I'm out here with Bay. We met a few weeks ago out at Bluff Street Cracks in St George, and we decided to do some climbing together. We're going to do Moonlight Buttress next week. So today we're out at Rock Canyon in Provo, Utah, just outside of Salt Lake City, and we're setting up. We're going to take the haul bag up, and we're going to take up the Portaledge, and we're going to spend a night up there, figure out our systems, get everything dialed in. We decided that the way we had the poo tube was no good, so now we're going to be trying out a new poo tube option with these 2-litre bottles. This started out as diet cream soda, and then we're going to be putting poo in there later, so I wonder which one tastes better. Everything that goes into the haul bag needs to be in a stuff sack, and that stuff sack needs to have a carabiner on it, so when you take stuff out of the haul bag, it's not flying around all over the ledge. You can clip it straight onto something and it's safe. Okay, we're putting Bay's climbing gear in the pack, and he's got a full set of hexes. If I wasn't impressed by his climbing prowess before, I certainly am now. You know your haul bag is too light when you can lift it up like this and you can pick it up and throw it up and over your shoulder. If you don't have to crouch down and sit it up on a rock and get someone to help you, your haul bag's too light. So hopefully we're still going to be getting some effective training out of this today. We certainly have got a lot of junk in here. Look at this, it's really right up to the top. Dug the first pitch, we hauled our bag up, and now there's a really nice crack structure up there above us. So I'm going to free climb that, and that's where we're going to set up our bivvy, on that nice flat edge, and we'll build an anchor, probably 3 points, maybe we'll put a hex in there as one of our anchor points. Yeah, that's a kickback for the olden days. The sun's getting kind of low in the sky, so we've got to keep moving, but it's going to be really nice up there tonight, overlooking the town, the lake, and those mountains in the background are covered in snow right now. So what a glorious place to be. The bay's calling out that I'm almost out of the haul road, but I'll get as high as I can and then I'll just set up a hanging belay, and where we get to tonight is where we'll set up the portaledge. Okay, let's keep climbing. Anchor, we're going to spend the night on the portaledge. I've got the blue cam, I've got the silver hex there, and down here I've got the yellow cam, and now coming down to our master point, and connected to our master point we've got our rigging plate. We're going to be hauling here. I just started pulling the rope up on blue. Hauling up the pig. This is the Mark Houdon method. If you guys want to see the setup of this, I'll put a link at the end of this video to the technique that we're using to set up this haul. So right now I'm hanging off our 3-point anchor, and I'm hauling up our pig on the 3-point anchor, and Bay's also climbing. So we've got the two of us and the pig are all on our 3-point trade anchor that's up above. What you want to do, you want to set your anchor up high and get your pig up as high as you can. It's a real pain if your pig is too low, and then you've got to set this haul back up to get it up a little bit. It's easy to lower it once it's in position, but it's really hard to get it back up. So I'm going to pull this up high, and then I'm going to sink down a little bit below it. We're going to set up our ledge from this position, and the idea is to try and set up the ledge so that your haul bag is just right in line, so that you can easily reach your bag while you're sitting on your ledge. I used one of the hexes, so trad dads out there, you'll be proud. The hex got use in the anchor, and we're now sitting in our portaledge and cooking up a feast. So Bay, what's for dinner?
I got an option between apple, sugar, cinnamon with protein, or raisin, date, and walnut oatmeal. That's what I'm going
nice
for tonight.
And I've got some rice, some tuna, and some corn. I couldn't find a spoon. Now this was a big oversight that I didn't bring one, So using the lid, fortunately I've only cut my lip once. Morning time on the ledge. When I woke up this morning, I realized that my sleeping mat was hanging quite far over the edge up at the head end. That's okay. I'm tied in, so I've still got my harness on. I've got a harness where I can remove the leg loops, and so I've just got the waist belt on, and then this blue rope is connected up to our master point up the top there, and then this comes down and inside my sleeping bag, so I'm still tied on. First night on the ledge.
You know, it was unique. It takes a minute to adjust being on here. And as long as you don't look over the edge, you just feel like you're back on the ground.
Okay, we're heading down now. Bay's on rappel, and I'm going to pull down the anchor. I just wanted to point out one of the things that I really like using about the rigging plate here. So right now I'm on this point on the rigging plate. Our portaledge is hanging on the middle one, and Bay before was hanging off here, but he's going down now, so he's not on it anymore. But if we had just put everything through the master point up here, and we wanted to, let's say Bay wanted to remove himself because he's going down now, but he was in the middle, and we had the weight of me on one side and the weight of the portaledge on the other side, we wouldn't easily be able to get it out. But with the rigging plate, we can. Any one of these carabiners can be removed, even if all the other ones are weighted. Now, one of the disconcerting things about using a rigging plate like this is, as we're shifting around on the portaledge, or even just on the anchor here, as we're getting everything sorted, if one person pulls or releases, so you can see it's hanging this way now because I'm hanging on it, but if Bay was on this side and he were then to weight his rope, it'd shift around like that, and then my anchor would feel like it's kind of grinding a little bit, and it does feel a little disconcerting when you hang off it and it starts moving. Even if it's only like half an inch that it moves, it still feels a bit strange when you're not expecting it. I put a link in the description below to some of the gear that I've really found has worked very well for us in these couple of days climbing, so check that out. And remember, don't subscribe, because if you subscribe, it means you're not out there climbing. And if you subscribe, it means this channel is going to get big. But if you want it to stay indie and small, low key, then you know what to do.